my name is Candice Gully, and I am from the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs Society of Women Engineers. Today, I will be presenting for the Cool Science Festival on the engineering design process. The engineering design process will be used to build a marshmallow spaghetti tower as tall as possible. First, I will explain the engineering design process, and then we will get into the details of the activity. The engineering design process is a series of steps that are used to solve a wide range of problems. The first step is to ask what problem needs to be solved. What do we need to solve the problem, and any limits or constraints that we need to be mindful of. The second step is to imagine solutions to our problem and research if or what other people have already done to answer the problem. In this step, we collect all of our possible solutions for use in the next step. The third step is to plan our design. Choose 2 or 3 of the best solutions from the previous step and sketch those designs. Ultimately, we want to pick a single design to create in this step. The fourth step is to create your design by making a prototype or working model. We will also make sure that our model meets all of our requirements. The fifth step is to test our solution. This is when we evaluate the design and determine its strengths and weaknesses. The last step is to improve the design based on the evaluation done in step 5. We ask ourselves, what could we have done to improve the design? Then we essentially start the design process all over again. The engineering design process does not necessarily have to be completed in order or using every single step. Many times you will backtrack and complete certain steps several times before you are actually finished with the process. The engineering design process simply helps guide the design process. Next, I will explain the marshmallow spaghetti tower activity. The supplies needed for this activity are raw spaghetti noodles and marshmallows. I will be using a combination of large and mini marshmallows. Count out 20 spaghetti noodles, 10 mini marshmallows, and 2 large marshmallows. Give yourself about 5 minutes to plan your design using steps 1 through 3 of the design process. Once you have your design selected, then it's time to actually build the tower. In 30 minutes, build the tallest tower you can with the materials you have. You can easily modify this activity based on age level and experience. Small children should be supervised with the materials so no one accidentally chokes. We know we want to build the tallest tower, but only have 20 spaghetti noodles, 10 mini marshmallows, and 2 large marshmallows to build it with. Next, we think about possible solutions. We can build a square tower, a creative shape such as an animal, or a simple pyramid. Next, I will create a rough sketch of my designs and choose one. Now I'm going to build the design I chose. Sometimes your designs don't turn out the way you expect when you actually tried to implement them. That's okay. All you have to do is basically make modifications as you go. This is where the fluidity of the engineering design process comes into play. If you realize you need to make an improvement before you're done creating your design, it is perfectly acceptable to implement a new improvement. Now it's time to evaluate our design. What are the strengths and weaknesses of my design? Well, I noticed with this particular design, I didn't account for the fact that it was going to be flopping. So I had to make improvements as I went along. What are the strengths and weaknesses of your design? Based on the strengths and weaknesses, what improvements would I like to make? I would actually, in my design, account a little bit more for the structural integrity. I would add more braces and more supports to my design. Now that you are done, think about how the engineering design process can be implemented in other parts of your life. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy the rest of the Cool Science Festival.